The piece of advice that I most often give to my children is when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Let's discuss that, shall we? Welcome to my journey of self-discovery, life balance, career success, and business creation. This podcast works to answer the question of how successful professionals like us stop drifting and get focused on keeping our careers and businesses growing rapidly while having a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love. What we call the Third Power Life. And this is the Third Power Life Podcast. I find that this piece of advice is one of the most sound pieces of common sense, and yet one of the most overlooked and ignored piece of common sense that we have. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Now, I give this advice to my children very frequently. Now, usually with them, it's because they're trying to talk back and explain their actions either to myself or to their mother, and it's just stop digging, please, right? But I find that even with myself that I will do a similar thing when something happens that I don't like, when things don't go the way that I want. My initial reaction is to get upset and angry and why did this happen? And either I get really upset about it and I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they said that. Why would they do that? Either that or, oh, poor me, I can't believe this happened. Why is this happening to me? Right? So it's either I get upset or kind of angry, or it's kind of the woe is me and feeling sorry for myself. And both of those are continuing to dig the hole. When something happens negative in your life and, you find yourself in a hole, being angry about it, being upset, having a tantrum, an adult version of a tantrum is, whatever that is, right? We're digging ourselves deeper into that problem, that hole. So when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. So resist the urge to get upset or to freak out or to, throw things or, drink a bottle of scotch or whatever your reaction is, right? And say, okay, yes, did not go the way that I wanted it to go. How can I fix it? So rather than getting upset, rather than having an extreme emotional reaction, respond with a plan. And that's starting to fill in the hole, right? That you stop digging. There are times when I'll give myself a set amount of time. It's like, all right, I'm going to be really upset about this for the next 90 seconds. Because, just stuffing the anger doesn't necessarily do any positive things. So I was like, all right, I'm going to be really upset about this for the next minute and a half and go, right? So I can whine, I can complain. And then I'm like, okay, now that that's done, how am I going to fix this? And start coming up with a plan. How do I fill this hole in and get out of it? So that's my admonition to you, is to listen to this age-old wisdom. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Don't have the emotional response. Instead, pause and come up with a plan to get yourself out of it. And that will help us live our lives to the third power. So until tomorrow, take care. I'm glad you enjoyed this podcast. Please let us know what impacted you in today's episode. You can join our Discord or Facebook community to connect with like-minded people that want a real third power life. You can go to thirdpowerlife.com or look in the show notes for links. And remember, hit that like, subscribe, and rate button for the Third Power Life podcast. Until next time.